contrary to what we have seen in the past, a new wind of order is blowing with the appointment of the new IGP. And I have a personal relationship with him, and he has visited the chief imam to seek his blessing whilst he was waiting to be confirmed as the IGP. And some of the things I've seen some presence around certain places. I've seen policemen at traffic light compelling motorbikes to stop at red lights, contrary to the previous practice, where we see, even in the presence of the police, we see Okada riders, with impunity, would be driving across the red light to the risk of other road users. What even confirms or gives even more happiness to me is the attempt to bring stakeholders together, i.e. the last meeting we had was with religious bodies, because religion plays a significant role, that there is order and discipline in our country. Religion plays a significant role. So it does make sense and logical for the IGP to think strategically, to bring leaders of religious faith together, to seek dialogue with us, and to seek our cooperation, so that together we are on one page when it comes to enforcement in order to sanitize our environment. So I feel happy. I feel new inspired. A certain wind of sanity is blowing, and we must really continue to give. That's my initial impression.
Thank you. Prof, I'd like to hear you also, what you feel is happening, if you feel the same as many Ghanaians are feeling, and they have taken to social media. They associate the name Dampare with all the good things you can talk about as far as discipline is concerned. As we talk, there are people who many felt were untouchable. They have, many have said, been shown their level. Please unmute your mic.
Thank you very much once again. And I think that the nail has been hit on the head. But first, let me also congratulate my dear big sister, Professor Henry Mesabos, for her ladyship. I'm very honored to be with her in the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences. So we share a lot also in common. Now, I will say three things in relation to the question that you have. Public institutions. Now, show me one institution in this country that has not been demonized. From the Supreme Court to the Ghana Police, I mean, every institution in this country will try to undermine if decisions are made that does not go in our favor. So we want to thank the new IGP for the new, if you like, breath of vim, energy, transparency, seriousness that he's bringing into policing. But at the same time, I think that in order to help him, we should also recognize those he's working with. But most importantly, if we can avoid the politicization, there's something else that I want to to add to the politicization is the extent to which the police service in particular is compromised, both by members of the public and also by institutions. I have not seen anywhere in the world where public institutions donate computers, office equipment to the police service. Because if you allow the public to do that, it undermines.
Professor J. Kwabena as Onua Jedu. Now, Ace, some say the police is even beginning to act out of its authority and seeking to arrest MPs. Some are so excited that the police will feel bold enough to even dare to arrest an MP. Is something happening right for you?
Absolutely. I believe that we're probably on the verge of proving Obama wrong. Obama came to Accra and claimed that it is not about strong men or women, it's about strong institutions, but it is about strong institutions. He got the conjunction wrong. You can have the strong institutions, but if you don't have the leadership, the men and women with the spine to take advantage of the strong institutions on paper, they remain strong institutions on paper, and that has been Ghana's problem. The police is a very strong institution, but on paper. Every law that the police needs to make sure that this country is safe exists on paper. We are just unwilling, unprepared, or unable to put those laws into practice because the one who leads is not strong. And so Obama's mistake was the but. What we need are strong institutions run by strong men and women. And so when those two meet, then you begin to see results like this. So it's not necessarily about the man or woman in the leadership position. It is about the institution and the leader on the road. They take my Ghanaian driver's license and put their infrared thing on it, and immediately my name and everything appears in their system. I'm given a ticket, $75. There's no begging. There's no explanation. In fact, he explained to me why he had stopped me. He said that, well, this place has 20 on Sunday because children are home and they tend to run across the street in chasing their balls and other things they are playing with, which run across the road. So we bring the speed limit down on Sundays. He said, I was watching you. I saw you were watching your GPS, so you didn't see it. But so I just sat and listened to him. He gave me the ticket. There and then I pulled out and paid using my Ghana ATM card.
Okay.
Gave me right then I had the details. I paid and drove off to where I was going to. Compare that to you're going to Takrady for a funeral on Friday night. You go 60 in the 50 lane, the police stop you. Your first instinct is to argue. I won't dare argue with that other policeman. I paid the money I paid, 450 cedis, hot, paid. I won't dare argue then. I argue, well, they give me the ticket. In my mind, should I give this policeman 20 cedis and go away? I decide that, no, I want to be righteous. I want to go to court. So, court is on Monday. So I go and stay in a hotel. I have to pay hotel bills for Monday, actually Tuesday. When you go to court on Tuesday, it's adjourned 2 weeks. So you come back to Accra, possibly get a lawyer, go back 2 weeks later, only to be fined what, 200 cedis. You are paid more in fuel or flying bills and hotel than. But if I don't pay, I know that the law will come after me. And today, with today's technology, this should be simple. Because I'm paying bills on my Ghana ATM card in another country. Why can't I pay a bill on my Ghana ATM card while sitting on my farm in Atriansi? And so the system is set up to make us feel. So over the years, we, the indisciplined Ghanaians, somehow have it in us that we need people who will lead a charge against indiscipline. And so if you look at us historically, yes, Sally I believe that was his name, was breaking heads at Circle, beating people for not walking where you were supposed to walk. Guess what? People walked where they were supposed to walk until he made a mistake and murdered somebody and was moved away. So his methods were not particularly legal and human rights based, but people appreciated the work he did. And so it's since we're talking about religion, it says where there is no vision, the people cast off restraint. So for years we have cast off restraint. When I see Supreme Court for you and I know that I can give him 50 CDs, I'll misbehave. But today when I see him and hear that he has a new boss who is doing the things that I hear is happening, I wouldn't dare suggest to the big man that I want to. He's the Director General. He deserves the utmost respect. So that is the issue we have here. That for years we have cast off restraint. But it appears that there's a light and suddenly people are saying we have to support it. It might be us who will be picked up. Who knows? But we must support it. If urinating by the road can get you picked up. So their job as the police is not to jail you. They will
bribing the police accepting the bribe. What do you make of the development that on the 27th of October 2020, we amended the law as in accepting or giving bribe to influence a public officer or juror? We amended it so that the sanction has moved from misdemeanor to now 12 years minimum and 25 years maximum.
Well, I always said that the misdemeanor tag was more descriptive than real, because although it was a misdemeanor, which meant that the maximum was 5 years. If you go to Act 30, the Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Act, it had an enhanced punishment regime.
Yes.
So what this has done is to enhance it some more. I have a problem with over-enhancing punishment because sometimes it never happens. I'll give you an example.